HSAA Champions Network. We come to you today from Bittinger Stadium in West Lafayette, home of the Purdue Lady Boilermakers, as the Andrean 59ers take on the Tecumseh Braves for the Class 2A Softball State Championship. I'm Chris Ramirez. I'll be calling all of the action in the game for you, and alongside here is Zach Zanelli handling all of the production details for us as we get set for the second of three games out here on June 14th, 2025, Flag Day in America, and we're celebrating it with state championship softball here on the campus of Purdue University. We've also got baseball for you. We did the opener with Valpo this morning from South Bend's Four Wind Field, and we'll be doing the championship game tonight as well. You can also follow action and scores through the hometown scoreboard, courtesy of your neighborhood Strachan Van Til Food Market. Andrean and Tecumseh. So far, Northwest Indiana, our neck of the woods, 2-0. North Newton got a win yesterday in the first game, representing Class 1A. Crown Point followed. That game got suspended until today. We just finished it. Crown Point with a 2-0 victory over Center Grove in 9 innings. And the Lady Bulldogs claim their second ever state softball championship. 2 more to go. Andrean in this one. Hanover Central coming up next. Can the greater Northwest Indiana area make it 4-0? And really, I mean, the Calumet region, you're talking Andrean, Crown Point, and Hanover Central all playing for state championships. You know, and those are overlapping schools and areas, basically. I mean, Crown Point and Hanover Central, Cedar Lake area, neighboring Crown Point, and, of course, Andrean drawing kids from really all of the communities in Lake County and a little bit beyond. So very well represented. Here is the heart of Lake County with Crown Point, Andrean, and the Hanover Central Wildcats. And, you know, North Newton just a little stretch down the road as well. So a great season for Northwest Indiana softball, and we're going to finish it up here with 2 more games. We hope to get a championship victory in this one and the next one. Taking a look at the Economy Electric heating and cooling first pitch forecast for the 2A state championship. Going to be pretty much the same as it's been all day. Weather about 70 degrees, slight breeze coming and going at about 7 to 8 miles an hour out of the east. Nothing that will affect anything here. And no rain expected. It's cloudy, it's overcast, but that's okay. Keeps the heat away. It's very comfortable. I don't feel much humidity. Do you, Zach? Very comfortable. So relax, and we'll take you through all the action. This is what we call the Fan Appreciation Freebie. We're allowed to do audio. We have to pay the IHSA to do it, but we're passing it along to you free of charge. But if you're wondering why we don't have the video, that is property only of the IHSA. You would have to pay them to watch it. And we, unfortunately, don't get to pay them to do it. We can only pay them to carry the audio, and we're happy to do that. So we thank you for joining us. We had a great audience, great size audience earlier, and we hope that that continues here in Game 2. The Economy Electric Heating and Cooling forecast brought to you by Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, keeping you cool in the summer and cozy in the wintertime. I don't know if we're going to get our national anthem in today, are we, Zach? We didn't have one before the first game, did we? I don't know if they're doing that out here. But if they do, it'll be courtesy. It'll be presented to you by Bada Boom. Bada Boom Fireworks. We got that banner running? Bada Boom. Check out the Bada Boom banner and get over to Bada Boom in Lowell and DeMont. Pick your store, whatever you're closest to, and tell them you're there because you heard about it on Region Sports. If you could do us that favor, we'd appreciate it. You can find great deals at Bada Boom, up to 50% off select items. Show your American pride this 4th of July by letting off some fireworks. We'll take a look coming up at the Enigenberg Exteriors Home Improvement Hurlers. But first, we will take a look at the Great Lakes Sports Hub batting orders for each team. First, for the visiting Andrean 59ers, it'll be Maggie Voliva leading things off. She's the third baseman in the game. Maddie McCoy hits second and plays center. Sadie Drucius is the pitcher in the ball game. Hits third. Aubrey Gracia is the shortstop in the game. Micah Snyder follows Gracia and will play second base. Lainey Dukas is the catcher in today's ball game. Ashlyn Height, is in left field. Danny Poskin is the first baseman. J.C. Alba is the designated player, and Sam White, the right fielder, is the flex player. For the Tecumseh Braves, their lineup looks like this. Caitlin Marks leads off and plays center field, followed by Kenzie Johnson, the second baseman. Alina Holder will catch and hit third. Brianna Harris plays third and hits fourth. Melanie Pfeiffer's going to hit fifth and play shortstop, with Avery Long batting sixth and playing right field. The seventh hitter is Audrey Seiler, the pitcher. Shea Bailey hits eighth and plays first base, with Bianca Lockmuller as the designated player and Kinley Hildenbrand, the left fielder. So a bit of a presentation or something going on is maybe the reason for the pause. Both teams appear ready to go. Our Great Lakes Sports Hub batting orders are presented to you courtesy of Great Lakes Sports Hub. From batting cages to the Hub Pub Cafe to a go-kart track. How about that? The Great Lakes Sports Hub has it all. Visit them at 1301 Maryville Road in the town of Crown. Thank you to Bobby Morris and company over there for sponsoring our tournament coverage. Bottom line is we can't do it without the business community getting behind it. And we've been pretty fortunate for the last 25 years and counting that the business community has taken a liking to what we've been doing. It doesn't hurt when our audience, followers, and viewers might mention to one of our sponsors that they heard about us, or heard about them, I should say, on our programming and our platforms. If you could do that, it would be greatly appreciated. The more they sponsor, the more coverage we provide you. That's the way it works. If you notice we're doing a lot of things, we might have a lot of sponsors. If you notice we're not doing much, could be the other way around. So again, thank you to all of our sponsors and to our viewing and listening audience for being with us for so long.
She contributes to a supportive and collaborative school culture by fostering strong relationships and encouraging open communication. Denise's leadership, compassion, and enthusiasm make a lasting difference, enriching the school as a whole. She can be seen and heard as the voice of the Niners at volleyball and basketball games, bringing energy and school spirit to every event. Andrea Steppo is a special education teacher at Tecumseh High School and is known for her consistent work to foster a positive environment for both students and parents. She acts as a calming presence, effectively meeting the needs of her students and their families. Andrea has a sharp eye for recognizing and tackling challenges, helping her students grow while fostering their maturity and development throughout high school. She consistently works hard for the benefit of her students every single day. On behalf of all 409 member schools across the state of Indiana, Thank you for helping Hoosier High School students become the best versions of themselves. Fans, please stand and show your appreciation for these champions of education and their invaluable service to their school communities.
All right, and there you have it. The IHSA presenting some awards out there. Thank you to Nathan Laird for sending up the name of the Andrean representative. That's Denise Maldonado. She teaches theology at Andrean High School. A very nice acknowledgement there. Pretty good crowd on hand. I'd say a better crowd here for this game than we had for the 4A.
Time to meet the teams.
All right.
For today's Class 2A softball state championship. First, the Andrean High School 59ers. First, the reserves, number 10, Paige Puckle. Number 2, Lizzie Wong. Number 17, Bella Puente. Number 21, Ellie Benjamin. Number 9, Cassidy Powell. Number 19, O.C. Reiser. And number 3, Cheyenne Simmons. Here's the starting lineup for the 59ers. Leading off at third base, number 4, Maggie Voliva. Batting second in center field, number 1, Maddie McCoy. Batting third, the starting pitcher, number 5, Sadie Trucius. Batting fourth at shortstop, number 14, Aubrey Grusha. Batting fifth at second base, number 7, Micah Snyder. Batting sixth at catcher, number 16, Lainey Duger. Batting seventh in left field, number 8, Ashlyn Height. Batting eighth at first base, number 6, Danny Puskett. Batting ninth, the designated player, number 28, JC Alba. She'll be batting for the right fielder, number 18, Sam White. The 59ers are coached by Miranda Ellish. She's assisted by Jim Minke and Allison Aguilera. And now, introducing the home team on the scoreboard, the Tecumseh Braves. First, the reserves, number 10, Madeline Isaacs. Number 12, Roxy Heichelbeck. Number 5, Madeline Jones. Number 17, Araya Childers. Number 9, Enzy Brown. And number 14, Marley Key. Here's the starting lineup for the Braves. Leading off in center field, number 2, Caitlin Marks. Batting second and second base, number 4, Kenzie Johnson. Batting third, the starting catcher, number 20, Alina Holder. Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 18, Brianne Harris. Batting fifth at shortstop, number 11, Melanie Pfeiffer. Batting sixth in right field, number 1, Avery Long. Batting seventh, the starting pitcher, number 7, Audrey Seiler. Batting eighth at first base, number 13, Shay Bailey. Batting ninth, the designated player, number 25, Bianca Lockmuller. She'll be batting for the right fielder, number 3, Kinley Hildebrand. The Braves are coached by Gordon Wood. He's assisted by Alicia Springer, Grant Webb, Doug Boyle, Steve Marks, and Jeremy Jones. And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise? Gentlemen, kindly remove your caps as we honor America and those she stands for and protects with the singing of our national anthem. Today's Star Spangled Banner is being offered by Amaya Pate of Center Grove High School.
All right, there you have it. And on Flag Day, no less. One of the greatest songs of all time, Star Spangled Banner. We know it as our national anthem here in the great country of America. And a wonderful rendition.
Here's today's umpires assigned to the Class 2A championship. Behind the plate from Fort Branch, Indiana, Craig Mykrentz. At first base from Huntington, Stephen Yoder. And at third base from Greentown, James McKibben. Thank you to these 3 umpires and all the officials serving student athletes across the state of Indiana.
All right. IHSA getting their money's worth out of the PA man here today. They are putting him to work. A fine job indeed. Tecumseh, the home team, they're out on the field now.
Well, folks, it's a cool 74 degrees.
Audrey Seiler is the pitcher.
A little wind, but no rain in the forecast.
Let's see what kind of numbers we have on Seiler.
State Finals hospitality, because it is time to crown a champion.
Well, actually, I don't know if we have those numbers available. All right, we're just about set here. Andrean, coached by Miranda Ellish. So Crown Point High School very well represented today, if you remember that name. Miranda was a star at Crown Point High School. Go back, what did she graduate? 16 maybe? 2016? And then had a fabulous college career at a couple of different schools, and now trying to get a state championship here this year for the Andrean 59ers. They've done it before. They're trying to do it again. Here we go. We're underway. Maggie Voliva is the leadoff hitter. There's a strike. Kylie Hildebrand, Caitlin Marks, and Avery Long are the outfielders, left, center, and right. Breanne Harris, Melanie Pfeiffer, Kenzie Johnson, and Shea Bailey make up the infield from third to first, with Audrey Seiler and Elena Holder making up the battery. There's a pitch over for strike 3. One up, one down real quick there, and now Maddie McCoy comes to the plate. Andrean, the visiting team, occupying the first base dugout to our right. Wearing their home whites with pinstripes, even though they're the visiting team. Got the stirrup-looking socks going, kind of old baseball look there that's really cool. One ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Slap past the pitcher to shortstop, who's playing in. Quick throw to first in time. Shortstop to first, 6-3 in the book for the second out. Sadie Drucius now, the pitcher, will come to bat for Andrean. She's the number 3 hitter for Coach Miranda Ellish. That's over for a strike. Seiler checks her armband. Here's the pitch. Fouled out of play right side. The Andrean 59ers. School opened in 1959 at 5959 Broadway, so the nickname was a no-brainer. There's a pitch swung on and missed. Strike 3, a real quick 1-2-3. We're going to go to the bottom half of the first. No score here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Shopping should be simple. Now, shopping is easier than ever with our new and improved website. Find what you need fast. Browse your favorite products, add them to your cart, and check out in just a few quick steps. Choose between convenient in-store pickup or let us handle the heavy lifting. From our shelves to your doorstep, skip the lines, shop your way, and spend more time on what matters most. With our rewards program, enjoy incredible savings and personalized offers every time you shop. Shop online now at strachanvantail.com or download our app today.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialist.
We move now to the bottom half of the first in the Class 2A State Softball Championship. No score between Andrean and Tecumseh. The Braves now coming to bat for the first time in the game. The Andrean defense looks like this. Ashlyn Height, Maddie McCoy, and Sam White are the outfielders, left, center, and right. Maggie Valiva, Aubrey Grasha, Micah Snyder, and Danny Poskin are the infielders from third to first, with Sadie Drucius in the circle and Lainey Dukas behind the plate.
Leading out for Tecumseh, center fielder number 2, Caitlin Marks.
Leading things off with a slap hit in the hole between third and short is Caitlin Marks. It's a leadoff single for the Braves. Kenzie Johnson now will come to the plate.
Kenzie Johnson.
Tecumseh High School is located a little bit north of Evansville in a town called Linville. There's a pitch up high. The runner fakes a break from first. Down around Boonville. Princeton's out that way. Santa Claus, Indiana's in the area as well. Just over the river from Kentucky. Here's the pitch. What happened there? Did it hit the batter? I thought it hit the bat. They're saying the runner gets first. She squared around a bunt. Nobody's arguing from Andrean. Wait a minute. Miranda Ellish does want time now to ask what happened. Looked to me like a check swing, sort of a half swing bunt. And they're saying it hit, the umpire's saying it hit the hand. Wow. That's the way it works, huh? You put your hands in the strike zone, you get hit with the ball, and you get first base. I always thought the hands were part of the bat. So Andrean in a jam early. That's a hit by pitch. Johnson at first. Marks now moves to second. And Alina Holder, the catcher, pops one up. Oh, we might have a double play, but no. The throw is high at first, and the runners will advance. So that a lot of quick action there. Third hitter Holder pops a bunt up to the pitcher, who catches it on the fly, tries to throw over to first for the double play, but the throw is high, goes into down the right field line in foul territory, allowing the runners to move up to second and third. And that'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Breanne Harris. Bounces back to the pitcher. They've got the runner from second base in a rundown. Here's the throw and the tag, out at second. Throw over to third, runner back. Wow, how about that? So the runner didn't break from third. The ball was hit out in front of the mound, in front of the circle. Pitcher came out, fielded it, looked at third, checked that runner back, then caught the runner from second, halfway between second and third, chased back to first, made the toss for the out. So that'll be Kenzie Johnson retired. 1-5 on the put, 1-6 on the put out. I believe that was the shortstop. Marks remains at third. Harris is at first. And this is Melanie Pfeiffer. A lot of action there in just a few seconds, so thank you for allowing me to get caught up. We've got an error in the inning. That's on the throw during that'll be E1 on the Elena Holder at bat. 1-1 the count. Check that. 2-1 the count now. There are 2 outs in the inning, so Andrean can get out of it here. Swung on, foul tip at the plate. Andrean can get out of it here if they can get this out. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, 2 out. Here's a pitch. Line smash, that's going to score the run. It's into right field. 1-0, Tecumseh leads. An RBI single for Melanie Pfeiffer. Marks comes around to score. Boy, how big is that out they got from the runner at second right now? Boy, oh boy, if the Braves don't commit that miscue, they'd either have a 2-run lead or the bases loaded and only 1 out. Avery Long now the hitter. Runners at first and second. Tecumseh by 1. There's a strike. Here comes the pitch. Line smash out of play right side. After the game, well, during the game, I should say, we'll be looking out for our Bricklayers Local 4 best hands in the business moments of the game. That could be a number of things, offensively or defensively. Ground ball foul, first base side. Andrean with a pretty good crowd out here. And I saw some of the Crown Point fans are staying. I saw a couple of the Crown Point players, I thought, too, walking around recently. Fouled out of play. Imagine a lot of those players probably are familiar with and may even know Miranda Elish. Again, she had a fabulous career as a softball player. Even better in college probably than in high school. There's another hit batter. Wow, 2 in the inning now, and the bases are loaded. Not often you get 2 of those in an inning, but that's what we have here. And now the pitcher, Audrey Seiler. Time is called. Andrean's catcher goes out to the circle. The rest of the infield comes in, and the catcher waves him out. So those other 4, the infielders, are meeting on their own behind the circle. Good way to save face after getting tossed out of the circle.
The pitcher, number 7, Andre Seiler.
Andrean High School. I don't know if there's too many team sports they haven't won a championship, a state championship in. Certainly multiple in football, many in baseball. They've done it in softball. They've done it in boys basketball. They do it in girls basketball? We'll have to look that up. If anybody's listening knows, go ahead and chime in on the comments. Two balls, no strikes. Andrean in a jam. 2-1 now. Bases full of Braves. 1 run in. 2 out in the inning. Here comes the pitch. Big swing, fouled back. Sadie Drucius, the pitcher for Andrean. Looking to get out of this with minimal damage. Here comes the 3-2. On the outside corner for strike 3. The hitter didn't like it, and it took a little time for the call to come through. But Andrean gets out of the jam on the full count strikeout. 1 run in the inning. Bases were loaded left, so we'll go to the top of the second. Andrean down only by a run here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
With 40 years of experience serving Indiana, Illinois, and Tennessee, Enigenberg Exteriors has only had one goal in mind: to achieve excellent customer service. From commercial and residential roofing to siding, window, and door replacement, Enigenberg Exteriors delivers 110% customer satisfaction from the first hello to the final walkthrough. Visit enigenberg.com for more information or give them a call at 219-365-2837. Enigenberg Exteriors, restoring hope one project at a time.
Welcome back, everybody, to Bittinger Field, Bittinger Stadium, here in West Lafayette, Indiana. 1-0. Tecumseh leads over Andrean. Top of the second now. Aubrey Gracia, the Niners shortstop, leads things off. Fouled back overhead, out of play. You can see our hometown scoreboard, courtesy of the Strachan Van Til Food Market, your neighborhood Strachan Van Til Food Market. Line foul, out of play on our Facebook page. We got that up and running on YouTube as well, Zach? Should be? Okay. I couldn't find it, but yeah, take a look if you could. We try to update those scores as they happen. Here's the pitch. Fouled back. Catcher dives near the wall. Head first dive, doesn't make the catch, but what an effort. She was so close to the brick wall down there in front of the seats that I couldn't see her when she dove. Very close, very dangerous. 0-2 the count now. Gracia swung on and missed. That'll bring up Micah Snyder.
Second baseman number 7, Micah Snyder.
We got it on YouTube? All right. So that hometown scoreboard I was telling you about, which is courtesy of your neighborhood Strachan Van Til Food Market, is on YouTube and Facebook. So you can follow the scores. We got baseball and softball scores. Of course, there's more baseball today. It's semi-state, so 3 games at each location. And softball, of course, the final 4 games of the year starting last night and going through today. Northwest Indiana and the Calumet region, and Lake County in particular, very well represented. Andrean, Crown Point, and Hanover Central, all representing Lake County. North Newton, just on the other side of the Kankakee River in Newton County. Here's the pitch. So they do represent Northwest Indiana. Wouldn't go so far as to call them the region, but they are definitely part of Northwest Indiana. And congratulations to the Lady Spartans on earning that school's first ever team state championship. Fouled out of play. 1-2 the count remains. What a lot of people don't know, and I'm sure a lot of people don't know, and a lot of people even find it hard to believe when I tell them, but North Newton had a player drafted in the NFL. He actually had a tryout with the Kansas City Chiefs and made it all the way to the final tryout during training camp. And when he got cut, they wanted to put him on the taxi squad, which was what they called it back then. I think it's sort of the reserve squad now or whatever they call it. But he took a pass. A North Newton grad. When did he graduate? That would be Rick Linlow. Rick, if you're listening, buddy, I'm giving you your 15 seconds of fame back. Linlow, quite an athlete, great football player. I mean, North Newton, he came out of North Newton. He was, even back then, he was like on the Times All-Area team, and they don't generally do that to North Newton. Not a lot of North Newton guys make the local All-Area team. But a great weekend for North Newton. Again, congrats to the Lady Spartans. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Micah Snyder, the hitter. There's a pitch on the outside corner for strike 3 looking. The batter looks back at the umpire, so the umpire's been consistent on that outside portion. It looks a little generous from up here. The ump obviously has a better look than I do. But there have been a couple of delayed reactions from the hitters that seemed extremely surprised to be rung up. You could call it acting, I suppose. Didn't look like it to me. I kind of reacted the same way. But again, as long as the umps are consistent, that's what counts. The hitters will have to adjust. The pitchers certainly will. Laney Dukas is the hitter. 2 out in the inning. Swung on and missed, 0-2 count. Crowd pretty even between Tecumseh and Andrean. Long drive, I guess, if you're coming from that part of southern Indiana. Popped it up, left side, front of the dugout. Caught by the third baseman. Brianne Harris to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. And nobody left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the second. It's 1-0 Tecumseh on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
With offices in Munster and Cedar Lake, Ethos Dental Group offers a full scope of general and cosmetic dentistry with expertise ranging from porcelain veneers to dental implants, crowns, and bridges. At Ethos Dental Group, you're assured that Dr. Mark Stojkovic and his associates, Dr. Emily Hansen and Dr. Brian Douts, utilize the latest in technology. Check out ethosdentalgroup.com or call 219-595-3432 to schedule an appointment. Ethos Dental Group, dental care you can believe in.
Have you been to Bada Boom Fireworks in Lowell and DeMont yet? They have it all, big and small, from sparklers, spinners, and bottle rockets to artillery shells and aerial repeaters. Visit Bada Boom in Lowell and DeMont and choose from hundreds of items, including cakes, fountains, Big Daddy canister shells, and so much more. Put your love for America on full display this 4th of July. Celebrate our nation's independence and style with an assortment of fun and spectacular fireworks from Bada Boom Fireworks in Lowell and DeMont. All right, we are back out here at the 2A state championship ball game. And, hey, you know what? I just asked our audience today if they knew of any state titles that Andrean had won that we hadn't mentioned. And we get one from Jenny Potter Horn, women's soccer, girls soccer, 2016, one state for Andrean. Thank you for that, Jenny. If anybody else knows of any other championships, team championships for Andrean that we haven't mentioned, feel free to go ahead and chime in on the comments for us. Okay, 1-0. Bottom of the second, Shea Bailey leads things off, a left-handed hitter. Big cut, fouls it back. I have to say, this game feels a little bit more like a championship, like a state championship game than that 4A game did. The 4A had that feeling last night. It didn't quite have the same energy today. The vibe was not the same. The crowd was not the same. This game here has a real good vibe to it. Feels like a state championship game. Here we go. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Shea Bailey goes down on strikes, and that'll bring up Bianca Lockmuller now steps to the plate. Our second of 3 games out here today on the Region Sports Network. We've also got 2 baseball games to bring you all day, and then there's a line drive into left for a base hit. Lockmuller on first with the 3rd hit of the ball game. In addition to the baseball and softball coverage today, we will have multiple hometown scoreboards, courtesy of your neighborhood Strachan Van Til Food Market. Here's the pitch. Left-handed hitter, Kaimi Hildebrand, the left fielder, shows bunt. or slap. I guess that was really more of a slap type hitting approach. That's a bunt. Right out in front of the pitcher's circle. Grabbed by Drucius, throws over to first in time. So Hildebrand is retired on the sac bunt. I believe it was 1-3. I believe it was that the first baseman or second baseman covering? Did you notice? It was second baseman. So we'll put that down as a 1-4 in the book. 2 out now in the inning. Runner in scoring position, and the top of the order up in Caitlin Marks. I got that right? Or am I a batter off? Is this Kenzie Johnson? Okay, I am. Boy, it doesn't take me long to get behind. Swung on, foul tip. All right, so that runner at second. No balls, 2 strikes. Drucius with the pitch. Outside, 2-1. 1-2 rather, 1-2. That pitch misses. Okay, I think I see where I went wrong in my book. I will make that adjustment. Kenzie Johnson, the hitter. Lockmuller at second base. Count now full. Went from 0-2 to 3-2. Ground ball, third base side foul. Looks like some Hanover Central fans have made their way to the stadium already. Once again, the Calumet region and Lake County, Indiana, very well represented here. That one punched foul the other way. Count remains full. Decent little crowd out on the berm out there, Zach, underneath the scoreboard in right center, right field. You can put up lawn chairs or a blanket out there and watch the game. Here comes the payoff. Punched first base side. First baseman has it, steps on first to retire the side. A ground ball to first, unassisted. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. 1 left. We move to the third. Tecumseh leads it 1-0 here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Flip the switch, a light turns on. Press the button, machines and instruments come to life. Touch the screen, communicate with the world. Simple tasks, guaranteed results, every second of every day. That's the power of power. And that's the power brought to you by the Nika Contractors and Electrical Workers of Local 531.
IBEW Local 697 isn't just wiring buildings. We're woven into the very fabric of Northwest Indiana. We're your neighbors. Our kids go to school with yours. We stand in the same bleachers cheering for the same high school teams. When you hire a union electrician, you're not just getting the highest quality work. You're supporting our community. IBEW Local 697, proudly powering our own.
All right, welcome back, everybody.
This message is brought to you by the Indiana.
The region is well represented down here in West Lafayette today and doing very well, I might add, on the baseball side of things. Valpo and Andrean have won to advance to the championship games tonight. I'm taking a look here at the hometown scoreboard now, courtesy of Strachan Van Til, with all the finals on it. Couts got a victory earlier over in Lafayette down the road at Loeb Stadium, 7-1 over Union City. Leading things off in the third. Boone Grove, by the way, Boone Grove also got a win. So classes 1 through 4 in the region in Northwest Indiana advance. Danny Poskin is the hitter. Two balls, two strikes. Audrey Seiler, right-hander in the circle. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3.
First baseman number 6, Danny Poskin.
All right, looking at my book, that'll say J.C. Alba coming to bat. But that's not who that is. This is Danny Poskin.
The designated player,
My bad on that.
J.C. Alba.
Now it's Alba coming to the plate. Sorry, Danny, you didn't get that K. I got to give that to Ashlyn. J.C. Alba now with 2 out. Check swing over for a strike. Here's the pitch. Hot smash through the opening between first and second, and Alba hustles down to first with a base hit.
Third baseman number 4, Maggie Volova.
Maggie Volova now is up. I may have been saying that one wrong already. Maggie Volova, the third baseman and leadoff hitter for the 59ers. Swung on and missed. Throw down to first. Runner back. Seiler checks the armband. Here's the pitch. That's over for a strike. 0-2 to count. Runner at first. 2 out. Here comes the pitch from Seiler. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. The inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. As we move to the 4th, Andrean trails 1-0 on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
If you are injured in a worksite accident or hurt by a defective product, go with the guy that has a proven track record litigating these cases. Otto Schragle, a principal partner at the Allen Law Group, will make sure those responsible for hurting you are held to account for their negligence. With multiple offices in Indiana and Illinois, you could reach them at 219-465-6292 or reach them out on the web at www.kenallenlaw.com.
Can't wait for summer, but dreading the heat because your old AC let you down? Don't sweat it out this summer. Call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. The professionals there can fix you up. Install a central air unit that'll last for years. Your family deserves to stay comfortable. And with a 24/7 emergency service, comfort is just a phone call away. Give them a call at 219-923-4441 or check them out on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com.
Stay tuned after the ball game. We have several awards to give out, including the Crowell Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. The Crowell Companies are your business professionals, and they are proud to recognize the superheroes on the diamond. I'd like to personally take a moment to recognize the brothers Crowell, Tom and Bob. They have supported Region Sports for a long time, going on 20 years. I mean, they were there in the early years for us. They really came through back in the day, and they're one of the reasons that we're still around now. So Bob and Tom, if you guys are listening, thank you for your consistency, your loyalty, and support through the years. Hard to believe it's been so many years together, but it has. I'd like to thank your father as well, the late Mr. Crowell. He's the one that first believed in us and gave us a chance. Back then, we were piecing together sponsors game by game. Crowell Companies came through with a big annual contract for us, and we were kind of able to have a little bit of security at that point and grow. So I'm going to thank them and all of our sponsors. Couldn't do it without them. All right, here we are. Bottom of the third inning already. Elena Holder, is that right? Who do we have? Let me double check that. I believe it's Brianna Harris up here. Let me see if I can get a number. It is Holder? Okay, yeah, it is 20. You're right. Thank you, Zach. There's ball 4. A leadoff walk.
Third baseman, number 18, Brianna Harris.
There's the bunt. First baseman has it. We'll throw to the second baseman covering first. The sacrifice is achieved by Brianne Harris.
The shortstop, number 11, Melanie Pfeiffer.
3-4 is the putout. Holder moves to second. 1 out in the inning, and Melanie Pfeiffer comes to the plate. Here's the pitch. Fouled off near the dugout on the third base side. 0-2 the count. In addition to that Lantern Man Award, we'll name the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the Game. We still owe one of those for that 4A game. Throw down to second as the runner wanders off, but she's back in time. The Boilermakers 374 Blue Collar of the Game, brought to you by Local 374, the Boilermakers. Earn while you learn. Find out more at local374.org. That pitch just misses. 2-2 the count now. Second baseman comes in to give a word of support to the pitcher after not getting that third strike call. Here it comes. Fly ball, right field. It's going to be caught. Throw back into the infield. That's Sam White out there in right with the catch. Pretty well hit ball. Avery Long now the hitter. She singled in her previous at-bat. There are 2 out in the inning. There's a runner at second. Here's the pitch. Just a little bit high there to even up the count at 1-1. There's a smash into right field. Same spot as the last one, and Sam White does the same thing. Makes the catch this time for the third out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We're through 3 complete. Andrean still trails by a run here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craftworkers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I've received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craftworkers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Region Sports Network coverage of the state championship softball tournament continues. This is a second of 3 games out here today. Crown Point's already won the state 4A title. Andrean trying to win the 2A title now. And coming up, Hanover Central will make a bid for the 3A state championship. Andrean trails by a run. They have 1 hit in the ball game. They have 1 error also. Tecumseh with 1 run, 3 hits, and no errors so far. Maddie McCoy bunts one up the third base side. Looks like it pulled the, oh my. Out at first, a close play, it was a bunt. Third baseman came up the line, made a nice play, threw to first. It appeared, perhaps, that the first baseman's right foot had come off the bag momentarily as the runner crossed the bag. But perhaps it was after that, before that rather. Well, I guess it would be after the runner crossed the bag. Right? Yeah, the foot would have, yep, it would have had to have been after. First base coach getting a word in with the umpire. Maybe that's what they're talking about still. Can't imagine what else those two would be conversing about right now. But yeah, I think she saw the same thing I did. Doesn't mean we saw it correctly, of course. Just means We saw something. We do give the benefit of the doubt to the umpires. That's why they're paid to do it and we're not. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sadie Drucius, the hitter. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3, second out of the inning. And that'll bring up Aubrey Grasha.
Aubrey Grasha.
One ball, no strikes to Grasha. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. The count goes to 1-2 now. If Grasha can keep the inning alive, Micah Snyder is in the on-deck circle. Fouled back to the screen. Here's the kick and the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. The inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. All right, we are through 3.5. Andrean still trails by a run here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
At Strachan Van Til, we believe grocery shopping should be simple. Now, shopping is easier than ever with our new and improved website. Find what you need fast. Browse your favorite products, add them to your cart, and check out in just a few quick steps. Choose between convenient in-store pickup or let us handle the heavy lifting. From our shelves to your doorstep. Skip the lines, shop your way, and spend more time on what matters most. With our rewards program, enjoy incredible savings and personalized offers every time you shop. Shop online now at strachanvantil.com or download our app today.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialist.
And we return now to Bittinger Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana. Zach Miller, yours truly, Chris Ramirez out here in the second of 3 games today. Crown Point's already won. Andrean trails by a run. With Tecumseh coming to bat. In the bottom of the 4th. I believe this is Audrey Seiler. Ground ball past the third baseman. Shortstop has it, throws to first, pulls the first baseman off the bag. So safe at first. So that was
Courtesy runner at first base for Tecumseh.
That was Seiler
12,
with the base hit.
Heichelberg.
We do have a courtesy runner. I didn't catch that name, but Shea Bailey is up to the plate now. See if we can get a name on that runner. A number will help. Here's the pitch, bunted out in front of the circle. The play will have to be at first base. A sac bunt is successful.
Designated player number 25, Bianca Lockmuller.
Bianca Lockmuller now the hitter. Zach, that sac bunt seems almost unstoppable from what we've seen here today. There's one fouled off. 0-1 the count to Lockmuller. After the game, we'll name our Iron Workers Local 395 play of the game, sponsored by Iron Workers Local 395. Go to ironworkers395.com to start your future as a union iron worker. Ground ball to second, throw to first in time. Lockmuller is retired. 4-3 on the putout. There are 2 outs now, with Audrey Seiler moving up to third base.
Center fielder number 2.
And we move to the top of the order, Caitlin Marks. Oh, no, gets away from the catcher. Woo, the runner was halfway down and turned around and went back, has to dive into third. The ball got away from the catcher. Back to the screen. Pitcher covered. The runner broke and about halfway, stopped and decided it was better to go back. Here's the pitch. That's over for a strike, 1-1 to count. Here's the pitch. Inside, 2-1 now. Kicking the pitch. Hot smash past the third baseman into left field. That's going to score the run. And the hitter will dive into second with an RBI double. Caitlin Marks. It's 2-0 now in favor of Tecumseh. And that'll bring up Kenzie Johnson. The Niners will have their work cut out for them. No balls, 1 strike, runner at second. Ground ball, third baseman has it, throws over to first in time for the third out of the inning. Johnson is retired, 5-3 on the putout. That's Volova over to Poskin to retire the side, but not before a run scores. It's now 2-0. Andrean trails here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
With 40 years of experience serving Indiana, Illinois, and Tennessee, Enigenberg Exteriors has only had one goal in mind: to achieve excellent customer service. From commercial and residential roofing to siding, window, and door replacement, Enigenberg Exteriors delivers 110% customer satisfaction from the first hello to the final walkthrough. Visit enigenberg.com for more information, or give them a call at 219-365-2837. Enigenberg Exteriors, restoring hope one project at a time.
We are buzzing right along here as we move to the fifth inning. The Andrean 59ers, the team we're cheering for today, they trail 2-0. They're going to look to get back in it here as Avery Long's going to lead off. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong. Let me flip my book. Sorry, fans. It's Micah Snyder. 0 for 1 in the ball game. One ball, one strike to Micah Snyder. Congrats to the Andrean boys baseball team. They won their early game today and will be playing for a semi-state championship tonight at LaPorte High School. Swung on and missed, 1-2. Valpo has won, and they will play tonight. Boone Grove and Couch also advance. So a big day for Lake and Porter County on the baseball side of things. There's a pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. Audrey Seiler bringing the heat.
The catcher, number 16, Lady Dukas.
Laney Dukas, the catcher, now comes to the plate. Swung, foul back to the screen. Here comes the 0-1. That hits the edge of the outside corner of the plate to move the count now to 0-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Second out of the inning, and that'll bring up Ashlyn Height, the left fielder.
Left fielder number 8, Ashlyn Height.
Foul ball, out of play right side. Into the Andrean fan section. The Tecumseh Braves from Linville, Indiana. That's a town I don't recall ever having been to. Zach, you ever drive through Linville? Fly ball, pretty well hit. Center fielder drifts back, reaches up and makes the catch. That's Caitlin Marks. to retire Ashley Height and the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We're going to the bottom of the fifth. The Niners trail by 2 here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
With offices in Munster and Cedar Lake, Ethos Dental Group offers a full scope of general and cosmetic dentistry with expertise ranging from porcelain veneers to dental implants, crowns, and bridges. At Ethos Dental Group, you're assured that Dr. Mark Stojkovic and his associates, Dr. Emily Hansen and Dr. Brian Douts, utilize the latest in technology. Check out ethosdentalgroup.com or call 219-595-3432 to schedule an appointment. Ethos Dental Group, dental care you can believe in.
Have you been to Bada Boom Fireworks in Lowell and DeMont yet? They have it all, big and small, from sparklers, spinners, and bottle rockets to artillery shells and aerial repeaters. Visit Bada Boom in Lowell and DeMont and choose from hundreds of items, including cakes, fountains, Big Daddy canister shells, and so much more. Put your love for America on full display this 4th of July. Celebrate our nation's independence and style with an assortment of fun and spectacular fireworks from Bada Boom Fireworks in Lowell and DeMont. We are back out here now at the 2A Class 2A State Championship softball game. Andrean trails in this one 2-0. The 3A game to follow. That will feature the Hanover Central Wildcats.
Leading up for Tecumseh, the catcher number 20, Alina Holder.
This is Elena Holder leading things off. That's outside. 1-2 the count to Holder. The Andrean defensive alignment looks like this. Ashlyn Height, Maddie McCoy, and Sam White are the outfielders. Left, center, and right. There's a smash to center. Caught by McCoy for the first out of the inning.
Third baseman number 18, Brianne Harris.
Brianne Harris steps to the plate now. Maggie Volova, Aubrey Grasha, Micah Snyder, and Danny Poskin are the infielders from third to first, with the battery of Sadie Drucius and Lainey Dukas. Ground ball, third baseman picks it up, throws to first in time. Harris is retired. Brings up Melanie Pfeiffer, the shortstop.
The shortstop, number 11, Melanie Pfeiffer.
If Andrean can make a comeback here and win this ball game, Hanover Central will have a chance in the next one to make it a clean sweep for Lake County in Northwest Indiana. But first things first, we need a rally by the Niners. Here's the pitch. Fouled off in front of the third base dugout. 0-2 the count. Hot smash to short, picked up, throws to first in time. Gracia to Poskin in a real quick 1-2-3, bottom of the fifth. We'll go to the sixth. Andrean still needs a pair to catch up. We're back after this on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Flip the switch, a light turns on. Press the button, machines and instruments come to life. Touch the screen, communicate with the world. Simple tasks, guaranteed results, every second of every day. That's the power of power. And that's the power brought to you by the Nika contractors and electrical workers of Local 531.
IBEW Local 697 isn't just wiring buildings. We're woven into the very fabric of Northwest Indiana. We're your neighbors. Our kids go to school with yours. We stand in the same bleachers cheering for the same high school teams. When you hire a union electrician, you're not just getting the highest quality work. You're supporting our community. IBEW Local 697, proudly powering our own.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the Class 2A state championship game. We're moving along to the sixth inning. And the Andrean 59ers trail by 2. They've had just one hit in the ball game. Been quite a pitching performance by Audrey Seiler for the Braves of Tecumseh. Pretty good crowd here on the Andrean side, which is the first base side of things here. We've also got a number of Hanover fans here already, and they're gathering on the visitor side as well. This is Danny Poskin leading things off. Andrean needs base runners. Ground ball to third. Fielded, throws over to first. This time, Andrean gets the call as the foot comes off the bag by the first baseman, and the ump stayed with it and saw it happen. So Danny Poskin is on base. The Tecumseh manager or head coach is going to come out and ask about that. He saw it a little differently from his vantage point. But they're going to get some help now, so this isn't a done deal yet. I wondered why Andrean didn't ask for help when it happened the first time to see if somebody saw the foot come off the bag. They didn't. In this case, the Tecumseh manager came out and he's challenging the call. Let's see if they overturn it. Nope, they don't. Safe at first. And I think that's the right call. So, that an error on the first baseman? Got to be right, yep. Love to give Danny a hit, but that should have been an out, so E1, foot coming off the bag. And J.C. Alba's now the hitter with an 0-1 count. See Mike Reiser in the house. Mike, one of the state's best-known wrestling experts. There's a bunt, pop-up, first baseman charges, and it falls behind her into foul territory. Sort of overcharged on that, if you will, overcommitted. But then again, wasn't expecting a pop-up. Here comes the 0-2. That looked good, and it's taken for strike 3. Well, the umpire, before the home plate umpire even rung up the call with his right hand, shaking his head up and down. Yep. Then rang up the hitter. We go to the top of the order. Maggie Volova. She shows bunt, pushes through it for a strike. Seiler checks with the catcher, has the pitch. Here it is. Just misses. Here comes the 1-1. Swung on and missed. Two to nothing. Andrean trails. We are in the sixth, the top half. Here's the pitch. That ball misses. The runner breaks. I think she's going to be safe. Safe at second. A stolen base by Poskin. She had to dive in head first and somehow avoided the tag because it looked from here like maybe the throw had her beaten. And give the Niners credit for being aggressive there. Here's the 2-2. Popped up, foul, out of play. Andrean with their first real scoring threat of the game. 1 out and a runner at second. Here comes the pitch. Pop back, out of play, coming this way. Volova in a 2-2 count. Top of the order here with just 1 out. Late in the ball game, if you're Andrean, this is a situation you need to come through in if you hope to win a state championship. Here's the pitch. Woo, right on it. Volova was right on it and scorched it back to the screen. She just missed it. Two balls, 2 strikes. Runner at second, 1 out, top of the sixth. Here in the Class 2A state championship ball game. Seiler checks her armband. Here comes the pitch. That must have missed down low. It was over the plate. Must have been low. Andrean likes it. 3-2 now, and their fans come to their feet. So then the Tecumseh catcher calls time when she sees that. Goes out to have a word with the pitcher. Let's go, Maggie is the chant. How about that from the Niner fans? Let's see if Maggie can come through here. Seiler set. Here comes the pitch. Woo, fouled back again. And I mean, she's right on these pitches. She's just missing them. Maybe she's got her timing down now. The outfield is straight away. They're not deep at all. One in the gap could roll to the wall. Same with one down either line. It could score a run and potentially be a triple. Here's the pitch. Ball 4 inside. What a great at-bat by Volova there. Fouled off several pitches. And then take ball 4 like that, a great at-bat. Runners at first and second for the Niners. Maddie McCoy now the hitter, still only 1 out. the tying runs at first base with the potential go-ahead run at the plate. Well, not the potential. It would be. She represents the third run if they can get the first two home. A big at bat. Pitches outside. Wow, a throw down to second. Woo! Kind of nobody was looking on that, but the runner got back in. Actually, it was a throw to the center fielder who came in covering second behind the runner. So give Postgame credit for not being asleep at the wheel out there. Popped up back to the screen. Postgame aware of all of her surroundings in that situation. Here comes the 1-1. That's down low for a ball. The catcher wanted that one. The umpire doesn't give it to her. 2-1 now. The second baseman and the third baseman are in about halfway. First baseman is back. Shortstop is back. Let's see what happens. She goes up the line like she's going to slap hit it. Doesn't swing. It's a strike. And the count now is even. 2-2. Here's the pitch. Ooh, she slaps it up the third base line and it just goes foul. Wow, that was close. As I mentioned, the third baseman is in. Roughly, well, that play not quite halfway between third and home, but not a lot of time to react on anything sharply hit. She's playing the bunt here. So is the second baseman, but they've moved back a little bit. Here comes a pitch. Oh, strike three. Strike three looking. McCoy, again, that sort of left-handed slap style or whatever you want to call it, where they start moving up the first base line. And just wasn't able to make contact. Wasn't really even able to pull the trigger on that one. So 2 out now. Runners at first and second. Sadie Drucius looking to help her own cause here. Can she do it? Foul back. Andrean's got their number 3 hitter at the plate, down 2 runs in the 6th inning with 2 runners on base. There's a pitch over for a strike, 0-2. But these are the situations, if you're going to win a state championship, these are the situations you got to make it happen in. Your number 3 hitter at the plate, tying runs on the bases, late in the ball game. Let's see what happens. Here comes the pitch. Oh, frozen for strike 3. Wow. Give Seiler credit. She was incredible that inning. Gets the last 2 hitters on strikes. Actually struck out the side looking in that inning. No runs come across. 2 runs are left. We're going to the bottom of the 6th. The Niners still trail by 2 here on the Region Sports Network. The only game in town.
If you are injured in a worksite accident or hurt by a defective product, go with the guy that has a proven track record litigating these cases. Otto Schragle, a principal partner at the Allen Law Group, will make sure those responsible for hurting you are held to account for their negligence. With multiple offices in Indiana and Illinois, you can reach them at 219-465-6292 or reach them out on the web at www.kenallenlaw.com.
Can't wait for summer, but dreading the heat because your old AC let you down? Don't sweat it out this summer. Call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. The professionals there can fix you up. Install a central air unit that'll last for years. Your family deserves to stay comfortable. And with a 24/7 emergency service, comfort is just a phone call away. Give them a call at 219-923-4441 or check them out on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com.
The Niners with a golden opportunity in the top of the 6th, but it was all for naught. So now we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's 2-0. Andrean cannot afford to give up any more runs here. They've got one more at bat. That's the top of the 7th. Barring a situation where they tie the ball game. Time's called on the field. Everybody appears ready. The music is still cranking. The umpires are sort of looking off the field to something, but okay, all right, we're set. Maybe there's just a certain amount of time, I guess, it has to run between innings. Could have been a TV timeout for the state network. All right, here we go. I believe this is Avery Long leading things off. Two balls, no strikes. Here comes the pitch. That's over, 2-1. Fly ball, right field, pretty well hit. Right fielder goes back, reaches up and makes the catch on the run. Wow. Sam White with some of the best hands in the business right there, courtesy of Bricklayers Local 4. What a play. A line drive fly ball deep to right, and Sam White had to turn around and start running towards the warning track, which she did, then reached up at the last second and made a one-handed running grab. That's a double, if not a triple, if she doesn't catch it. Instead, it's the first out of the inning, and that's what Andrean needs. That's over for a strike. Seiler is retired quickly, and Shea Bailey comes to the plate.
Shea Bailey.
Fly ball, left field. Left fielder breaks back, then has to come in and falls down. The ball is safe. Drops in safely, I should say. Shea Bailey reaches second. A tough break for the left fielder. We'll have a courtesy runner in for Bailey. And Bianca Lockmuller will come to the plate.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now running at second base for Tecumseh, number 10, Madeline Isaacs.
Madeline Isaacs is the courtesy runner.
And now batting for the Braves, Mueller.
Two out in the inning. Popped up foul, third base side. Out of play in the dugout. Let's hope Andrean can get that third out without giving up another run here. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Fouled out of play. Down the left field line. And over near the bullpen. Here's the 0-2. Little foul ball there in front of home plate. It actually rolls backward behind home plate. Drucius with the pitch. Just misses. 1-2. Swung on and missed. Dropped third, the tag, and the inning is over. Strike 3. So that misplay in left doesn't come back to haunt the Niners. No runs in the inning, 1 left. We're going to go to the 7th. The Niners need 2 to tie. 3 gives them the lead. We're back with more after this on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craftworkers for Indiana Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I've received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craftworkers for Indiana Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
Here we go. The 7th inning. This game got here quick. I'm not sure what time we started, but this seems a lot quicker than the first game. And the first game actually today started in the 2nd inning. Miranda Ellish walking down to the third base coach's box. Andrean needs 2 to tie. Aubrey Grosh is going to lead things off. She's trying to do what her father did. She wants a ring for her finger, just like her father got. Her father, Tommy, a member of that 1997 Griffith Football State Championship team. He was the fullback, part of the 4 horseman backfield with Tyler Radke, Shane Radke was the quarterback. Sean Andreessen was part of that backfield as well. Here's the pitch, fouled back. Shows you how old I'm getting, Zach. I know all 4 names, but I can only remember 3 of them. If anybody's listening wants to chime in on who that fourth horseman was for Griffith in 97, feel free to refresh my memory. Here comes the 0-1. One ball, one strike. Here's the pitch. Popped up sky high, catcher back to the screen. Ball hits the screen, so the catcher can't make a play on it. The count now 1-2. We'll have the 3A state championship game next. We'll also have the Valpo semi-state championship game from South Bend tonight. Popped it up on the infield. First baseman has it. One down.
Second baseman, number 7.
Micah Snyder will come to the plate. One ball, no strikes, the count to Snyder. Ground ball, well, right to the third baseman. It hops right into her glove for the second out. A well-hit ball. A hot smash, but right into the third baseman's glove.
The catcher, number 16.
We now have two out.
Laney Dukas.
Laney Dukas, the catcher. The last hope for the Andrean 59ers. Dennis Palucki, that's the other running back from that four-horseman backfield. Sorry, I didn't remember Dennis. I do now, and there it is. The ball game's over. Tecumseh are your 2A state champs. So the region will not sweep, but we do have a chance for another victory coming up in the next game. Congrats to the Lady 59ers on a fantastic season. Nothing to feel bad about. You make it to a state championship game.
They'll finish the season 23-8. Tecumseh, 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. They'll finish the season.
So now we'll have a presentation out there. We've got some awards to give out. The Crowell Company's Lantern Man Insurance Superhero. I don't think there's any doubt in this one. As much as we'd love to give it to an Andrean 59er, the difference in the ball game was Audrey Seiler, the pitcher. Audrey Seiler was outstanding. She went the distance, gets the victory and the state championship for the Braves of Tecumseh. Crowell Companies, proud to recognize the superheroes on the diamond. They are the business professionals. The Boilermakers Blue Collar 374 player of the game. Boy, that's a toughie. I'm going to give it to the Andrean pitcher, Sadie Drucius, who also went the distance, well, minus the bottom of the 7th. Kept her team in the ball game, giving up just 2 runs. She is our Boilermakers local 374 blue-collar player of the game. Earn while you learn with Boilermakers local 374.
Presenting the Mental Attitude Award on behalf of the IHSAA Executive Committee is Tim Grove.
All right, we're going to name our Ironworkers 395 play of the game, but first let's join the PA announcer.
to assist with the presentation of the Mental Attitude Award for Class 2A softball. On behalf of Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, presenting sponsors of the IHSAA Mental Attitude Award, the IHSAA Executive Committee will award a $1,000 scholarship to the winner's school. Please join us in thanking Indiana Farm Bureau for their generous support of student athletes and high school athletics in our great state. After we announce the name of the recipient, we invite her parents to join her on the field. The recipient of this award was selected by the IHSAA Executive Committee. This student was nominated by her principal, athletic director, and coach, and excelled in mental attitude, athletic ability, scholarship, and leadership. The winner of the 2025 Mental Attitude Award for Class 2A softball is Caitlin Marks from Tecumseh High School.
All right, well, there's a slight break. Let's see if we can't get to that Ironworkers 395 play of the game. I think this is going to go back to the first inning. Melanie Pfeiffer drives in Caitlin Marks in the first inning. After a series of a couple of things happened, like a runner getting picked off of second base and all of that. And then Pfeiffer comes through with the 2-out hit to drive in the first run of the game, and really the only run that was needed. So that'll be our Ironworkers Local 395 play of the game, the winning hit in the first inning by Melanie Pfeiffer. All right, well, that's going to do it from Game 2 here. We're going to take a break and come back in a little while with Game 3 for Zach Zanelli. For Mike Dewan, Rich Castillo, Zach Miller, and all of us at the Region Sports Network, I'm Chris Ramirez. Thanks for joining us. This has been a production of the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Presenting Andrean.